We have a couple of minutes left. Let me ask you about Sarah Palin. We talked about this also earlier today, you and I did, the role that Sarah Palin is playing as the nominal leader of the Tea Party movement.
I'm not happy with this kind of thing, and I don't say this as a Tea Partier. I mean, I'm not in any way engaged or involved with the movement or the mood or the attitude or any of the organizations. So I don't have a dog in this fight, particularly not a pit bull in lipstick. But
Right.
I am suspicious of politicians who want to take advantage of an amorphous populist movement. And there's a story about a politician standing in his office in Washington. He looks out the window and he sees an excited crowd of demonstrators come marching down the street, chanting slogans and waving signs. And he turns to his aide and he said, "I better get out there and lead them." And his aide says, "Well, what are they demanding, and where are they going?" And the politician says, "I don't know, but I better get out front and lead them." You know, and I think there's a fair amount of that.
A little back going on here.
Yeah.
So you don't find her connection with this movement, as loosely organized as it is, a sign that her power will lead her someplace? She's obviously being talked about as a presidential candidate.
Yeah, I have very little enthusiasm for this. And one of the reasons I have very little enthusiasm, I have nothing against her personally. Yep. It's not even that I particularly disagree with at least most of the things she says, some of the things, to the extent that I can understand what she's saying. You know.
Well, you have to read Facebook, apparently.
I guess so.
Comes back to Facebook.
I don't. Yeah. If we are going to reduce the role of politics in our national life and in our economic life, it's going to be painful to do this. It's going to be difficult, and it's going to require a great deal of explaining. Somebody is going to have to be able to talk to the American public. They're going to have to explain the pain, that there is an important thing that we need to do here, and all of us are going to feel the pinch of it, but it is worthwhile for the goal that it's going to achieve, a goal that we won't see immediately. You know, this is a long-term process. And I don't see Sarah Palin as having that capacity to explain it. To explain, you know, I mean, Ronald Reagan is, stands as a very good example of somebody who is able to explain his position to the public, and to do so cheerfully, and to do so, using jokes and homilies, but to make it clear what it is that he wanted to do and why he wanted to do it, and he was very convincing.
Less certain that she'll be able to do the same thing.
I'm almost certain that she won't.
She won't be able to.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. About 10 seconds left. Are you going to vote?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, it's one of these.
So the message,
I say this.
You don't vote.
Yeah,
but,
no. Well, although I am a great believer in keeping in the vote. You know, if you don't know the candidates, you don't know the issues. Stay home and play.
Not
video
for the sake
game.
of it, right?
Yeah. Don't vote for the sake of voting. Certainly not. But it's a duty. It would be nice to be apolitical, just the way it would be nice to be aparental. It would be very nice to say to the kids, here are the car keys, you know where the liquor cabinet is, why don't you take my ATM card while you're at it, see you when you're 30. We'd all love to do that, but you can't. You can't be aparental and you can't be apolitical.
All right, PJ, thank you. Good to see you.
Very welcome.
All right, take care. P.J. O'Rourke, thank you.
Funding for Overheard with Evan Smith is provided in part by Hilco Partners, Texas Government Affairs Consultancy and its Global Healthcare Consulting Business Unit, Hilco Health, and by the Matson McHale Foundation in support of public television, and also by MFI Foundation, improving the quality of life within our community, and also by the Alice Kleberg Reynolds Foundation. And viewers like you, thank you.